can count on you.
I'm actually going to show you something that I did when I went to literacy and numeracy, which I wanted to show you before, and I thought I've lost it. It is actually about me and my life. So I'm going to tell you about my life a bit. Yeah. So that's a picture of me when I was in literacy and numeracy. So there we go. And I'll tell you about me. Okay, my early life. I was born in Blacktown Hospital on the 17th of the 11th, 1984. I have 3 sisters named Sophie, Veronica, Angela, and a brother named Elliot, and a dad and a mum. My mum's name is Antoinette, and my dad's name is Alex. I went to Queensland and Sydney for a holiday. I went to Wet n Wild and the zoo, and the museum, and the movies in Chinatown, which that was fun. At preschool, I had 4 friends I liked. I liked a boy, so did Angela, my sister. He was hot. We had a teddy bear picnic and a treasure hunt. That was a lot of fun. When I was a baby, my mum and dad had a business called the Chicken Shop. They lived up the top of the shop, and they had a TV that you used to dial and had an aerial. And that was like in the olden days, aerial on top. Then I had a carpet that was yellow and a cot that was brown with sticks on the bottom. And a very old lounge, like the really old lounges back then. And the kitchen was small. I had 2 or 3 friends in kindergarten, and I had to learn how to write my name and painting. And I did a lot of painting and lots more. I sang Rip Rip Woodchip, Turn It Into Paper at night in a kindergarten. I used to do Greek dancing when I was very young. I had surgery, which you would know that from my life, the story I told you about my life. I got my tonsils out, my adenoids out, done too. I had grommets done too, to hear better. I had a cliff palate when I was a little baby too. Then I did a surgery on me. I went to year 5, 6 and 7 at Burleigh State School. It was fun. I was singing at the canteen in year 7, singing the song called Twist and Shout. My friends wanted my autograph. It was so much fun. Then I had to sing with my class on the stage. The moon, it was great. We had to wear black, so I had to wear like black clothes for the song. I had to look after a person that needed help in a wheelchair, and I had to feed her. It was very sad. She was one of my old friends. She was very nice to talk to. I miss her so much, which it's true, I do. Then we moved to Foster, and I did school in year 6. At Foster Primary, it was good. I had 10 friends, and I had a great friend named Elizabeth. My other friends were Melissa, Jessica, and Jessica. Then in year after, I went to Foster High School for year 7, 8, and 9, and 10. In year 1, at year 10, I went with Nathan for a while. Then after year 10, I finished school. It was so good. Nathan was my ex-boyfriend. My friend and I had to dress like clowns, which it was true, with balloons for a fete in year 8. We had to give the balloons to all the people at school in year 9. I had a 4, which was true. I had a 4. I fell out of a high chair in woodwork. I went in a wheelchair. There were people cheering at me, and I was in so much pain. I had friends in high school, and I was like, what happened was, I was sitting on a high chair, and I looked back, and the high chairs were like really high. And I looked back to grab something, and then my chair fell backwards, and I hurt my back, and I wasn't allowed to get up for a while, and that's why I went into a wheelchair. And then my teacher named Mr. Ross, he checked my back to make sure everything was okay, and to see if I can walk, which I was fine, so everything was fine. But you never pick up a person off the floor when they hurt their back, and I knew that, so yeah. And it was embarrassing, and everyone really, for real, they went out of the classroom and they were cheering when I was in the wheelchair, going out of the wheelchair all the way to sick bay. I had friends in high school named Tanya, Kim, Elizabeth, Tina, Amy, and Amanda. Yes. I still have Elizabeth, Tina, Amy, and Amanda. And Kim I haven't spoken to for ages. I had my first drink when I was 18. It was so much fun. So, my first drink was a glass of wine with my mum and dad on one of my birthday parties when I turned 18. It was really good, but the wine wasn't that nice. Anyway, this is my future. This is what I want to do. For my future, I want to have a nice house with a pool, spa, and walk in the closet too, with a lot of room for all my cool stuff, and playroom for my children, a dog with a nice house for him to live in the backyard, a pool table, and nice curtains. I want to have a very nice wooden kitchen, nice doors too, that are blue and big bunch. A big plasma TV in the lounge room, a nice window too. When I was a baby, I called her Sylvia McBride if she is a girl, and Tom Samuel if he's a boy. It will be so cool to be a mum. I can't wait. I'll be so much happier when Mitchell gets a good job and we have our own house. Then we can do ourselves. A house to ourselves, sorry. Mitchell and I are thinking of having our own business together. We haven't had a business, but we haven't started, but we are thinking about having one day. If it happens. Anyway, so that's my dream house. And that's pretending to be my child in the pram, which I don't have a child. The only child I have is my guinea pigs. But, yeah. And then here, if you see here, that's my husband. But that was my boyfriend back then in high school. And then that's my ex-best friend, and that's me. Now, this is my married life, which it really happened. I got married on the 25th of February 2016. I had 6 bridesmaids and 3 groomsmen. Their names were Tanya, my maid of honour, my sister Veronica, Sophie, Angela, and my friend Amy and Tracy. Tracy is my sister-in-law, and Amy is Sophie's best friend. The groomsmen were Uncle Elliot, and another friend. It was a lot of fun. My dad and mum paid for our honeymoon. It was fun. We went swimming and we went to Surfers Paradise. It was so cool too. After our honeymoon, we went and lived with my family. So there's my picture of us married. See this married life. And there's bells, and I love it so much. I worked for my dad. It was good. What I mean by working for my dad, my dad had like a little business and I used to help him out and stuff. So it was like helping, not really working, but yeah. Then my family and I moved to Burleigh Waters, to a big house. We had a room with an ensuite. It was good. It was a very big house they bought. After that, Mitchell and I moved to Gillibee and lived in a tin shed, which it was true. It was so bad, but okay. My husband got a job plumbing. Then a few months after that, we went through a flood and lost all our stuff. All I had left was CDs, clothes, glasses, dishes, not much at all. It was very bad. My husband was working that day. He got stuck in the flood. I was so glad when he came home. He had to walk on the road in the flood near paddocks, and he had water up to his chest. Terrible. But that's us married with the cake. I love dancing and I love birthday parties. I went to Tanya's 18th birthday party and she had it at her house. My sister Angela went to it. It was fun. We had drinks and lots of fun. I love seeing my family because it's so good to see them, and we go shopping and more. I love spending time with my friends. I like sleeping over and doing hair, makeup, nails too. I like watching movies. I love shopping with family and friends, like buying clothes, makeup, hair stuff, and lots more. I love going to the movies. Working when my dad owned a business. My dad owned a business at Foster. I had to clean tables, take food out first. It was okay, but it was not fun at all. I loved being a waitress. It was better than cleaning tables all the time. I met my friends who used to work for my dad. Their names were Alicia, Rachel, Luke, Jasley, Claire, Chara, Paul, Alison, Kirsten, Jess, Megan, Tegan, Chione, Steffi, and more. Then I used to go out with Ashley to the beach. It was fun. So, there we go. There's like the beach, when my dad owned the business, and then there's like the food down the bottom. Now this is when I was living in Foster. I lived with Mitchell in a house at Foster. We had a lot of fun together. We see my nana, Uncle Elliot, and my sister-in-law, and my mother-in-law too. I got a new next door neighbour. She was very nice to talk to. She had a baby girl, and a fiance. Mitch and I used to go shopping and go to the movies. I make dinner. I love cooking. It was so much fun to cook. I clean all the time at home. I love doing TAFE. I've got friends named Trish, Carol, Joe, Steve, Lobsang, Diane, I can't remember, Jess, Lisa, Scott, and Kurt, I think. It's good being there. I learned a lot, and I love my friends too. Trish made me laugh. She was a very nice friend. I really like her as a friend too. I really miss those friends. Joe's a very nice person too. He makes me laugh too. He is a nice guy. Lobsang. He's a very nice guy to talk to. He's very sweet and loving as well. Carol. Carol is a very sweet friend. She's very sweet too. Steve. He's a very nice person too. He is such a cool friend to talk to. Which that's true. Now this is me at TAFE. So there I am, dressed up for TAFE. And if you see down the bottom, that is my sister and her husband, and that was her baby. Okay, travelling. I love going to Port Macquarie. It was a lot of fun. I love going to Sydney and seeing my family and friends too. I like going out with them. I do a lot of stuff like going to the beach, going to Sydney Harbour Bridge, going to the zoo, having fun. I love going to Queensland, going to the theme parks and getting a lot of things too. I like spending time with the family. I like going to the movies and to Robina, Surfers Paradise and Pacific Fair. I would love to go to the USA and see stars, enjoy looking at nice things and get autographs. I would love to see Adam Sandler's, Alfie Days, Zoe, Leonardo DiCaprio, all those people I would love to see and get autographs from them. I would love to go to Greece and see my family that live there and see all the buildings too and go shopping as well. I would like to go to Paris and see all the homes and a lot of stuff. And I would love to do that. Sport. Now this is what I love. I love playing tennis with my sister Angela and winning too. It is so much fun to play tennis. It's so cool. I used to play softball when I was young and I was in a team at school. I played soccer when I was older at Foster High School in a team. I love to win as well. I used to get hit by the soccer ball. It hurt. And people would laugh. I was so upset and they made me cry, which they did. Then I got the people in trouble who were being mean to me. I said to them, "That's not nice." They said to me, "You are a Dumbo." I said, "I'm not. It's just you were being mean to me. That's why I told the teacher." And that's true. So there we are. And that's my favourite sport. And then that's not me. That's a boy playing tennis. Okay, my favourites. My favourite food is beef stroganoff. My favourite movie is Grown Ups. My favourite subject is typing. My favourite person in the whole wide world is my husband Mitchell and more. Family, friends, everyone. I haven't forgotten. My favourite story book is fairy tales. My favourite music is the Backstreet Back Boys. Love the music. My favourite sport is tennis. My favourite colour is blue. My favourite dessert is sticky date pudding. And there we go. So if you like my life story, which there's more to it, if you liked my life story all about Alfie's Days book and seeing my guinea pig Sylvia, please give me a thumbs up and I'll do more shows coming up very soon.